Hey guys, and welcome to another video in my service dog series. Today's video is talking about the differences and similarities between service dogs and emotional support animals. Service dogs, we'll start by defining them. If you missed my overview video, go check that out. But service dogs are task trained to mitigate their handler's disability. Emotional support animals are simply there to provide comfort and a routine for their disabled handler. So let's start with talking about some of the similarities. So for both service dogs and emotional support animals, their handler has to be disabled or have a disability. And they provide a great schedule. Like a fish, for example, could be an emotional support animal, and that would provide me a schedule where I have to get up every morning and feed her. I have to feed her every night. I have to clean her tank once a week, things like that. My service dog also provides a schedule for me, and that she also needs to be fed twice a day, and we have to go out on walks, and we have to do things like that. So it helps provide some sort of schedule. It helps me actually get up and do things when I may not necessarily want to, and they can both help with social interactions. For some people, interacting with other people can be tough. So a dog, obviously you see a dog in public, you're like, oh my god, that's such a cute dog, and that starts a social interaction between the handler and whoever is excited about the dog. You can do that with cats, you can do that with other animals as well. Here's where things get different. So a service animal is federally either a dog or a miniature horse. Those are your two options, dogs being the more common of the two, but you get two options, basically. Emotional support animals can be any animal. Like I mentioned, could be a fish, could be a dog, could be literally anything. If that animal can help you feel better and help set a routine, if that's what you need, then it can be your emotional support animal. The other thing is training. Service dogs or service animals generally need about 2 years of training. That is to get their public access manners in good shape so they can handle pretty much anything that the world throws at them. Their task training, right? That's the biggest part of being a service animal, is being able to perform those tasks. And that is not easy to teach. Emotional support animals, they're just there. They provide comfort simply through their presence. And they can provide a routine simply by existing, right? And that's the biggest thing. They both have to be for a disabled handler. Let's talk about their rights. So what they're seen as in the eyes of the law. They're both technically assistance animals when it comes to the Fair Housing Act, which governs where you live if you're renting an apartment or something like that. So they would be treated the same. No pet rent, no pet deposit, and no discrimination based on breed. And, well, some discrimination, but that's a whole nother issue, and that's only dependent on if the apartment complex can prove undue hardship. That's a whole nother thing. We'll get to that in my video specifically talking about the Fair Housing Act. The other aspect, if we're going out in public, service dogs can go anywhere within reason. Emotional support animals aren't protected in no pet establishments. So they can't go to restaurants, they can't go to grocery stores, they can't go pretty much anywhere that doesn't allow pets already. They get no special treatment there. And the other big overarching law to consider is the Air Carrier Access Act. So that's talking about flying with these animals. Emotional support animals are no longer protected on a federal level when it comes to flying. They used to be. The system that was in place kind of got abused, and now they are no longer protected. So emotional support animals are considered pets, basically, when it comes to flying. Service animals are still protected to fly because they are considered medical equipment. And that's basically the gist there. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below and check out some of our other videos. Have a good one.